Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the camera comparison between the Redmi Note 9 Pro versus the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. And as you can see guys, these handsets are very close to each other. I've changed the wallpaper, otherwise I couldn't even distinguish. The processors are actually the same, the Snapdragon 720G. Everything is almost the same, except I would say the main difference is in the camera. Again, if you look at from the back, it's almost the same, the layout of the camera. Both are having the quad camera setup. The big difference is that one is having a 48 megapixel main camera and the other is having a 64 megapixel. Obviously, the Pro Max is having that 64 megapixel camera, but other cameras are the same. For example, both have that 8 megapixel wide angle, 5 megapixel they have, that is for macro, and again 2 megapixel for depth. And now moving to the front facing camera, also here we see a difference. This has a 16 megapixel, whereas this has a 32 megapixel. But again, these are just numbers. So what is the actual performance and difference in terms of camera? I was also very curious about that. So I've shot a lot of camera samples side by side and even video, so that you can judge, is there a significant difference between these two devices in terms of camera? Because apart from that, I would say it's almost the same. Yes, the Pro Max charges slightly faster because this has a 33 watt charging, but this is not a slouch because this also has 18 watt fast charging. But enough about specs and everything. Here are the samples and you decide which one do you think is better. So here are the samples side by side, and I have to say both look very close to each other except from slight minor difference in colors. Here I felt that the Pro Max is slightly sharper, but not by a huge margin. Here again you notice the difference in the grass. Notice the saturation and contrast. That's the big difference that I'm seeing between these two pictures. And again, it's evident here, slight contrast is better on the Max, I would say. Here again the Pro Max is a lot more sharper, but the 9 Pro produced pictures which were closer to natural, I would say, in this aspect. Here again I was confused, and both of them actually look very close to each other even when we zoom in. And this was at the wide angle. Here I noticed the difference in colors. Look at the road. And here I would definitely say the Pro Max colors are more accurate. Again, the regular Pro is saturating the colors a little bit. As you can see, it looks a little bit artificial, and I can definitely say that the Pro Max colors are more natural in this picture. Moving to indoor lighting, I was surprised both of them are very close to each other. As you can see, I expected the Max would do great. Here again I would say the Max went slightly ahead, but not by a huge margin. As you can see, slight color difference that I'm noticing. And here again, as you can see, on the Pro Max, strangely it has more contrast. My t-shirt has more shine on the Pro Max compared to the Redmi Note 9 Pro, especially in this artificial lighting condition. And here I would say both of them did very good. Here I purposely dimmed the light and both of them actually did very good. And now moving to the front facing camera, both actually did surprisingly well, as you can see with these sample shots. But I would say the Pro Max has a slight edge in the front facing camera. Shooting this video side by side, on the left we have the 9 Pro Max and on the right we have the regular Redmi Note 9 Pro, and I have set both of them to video stabilization, exactly the same options, and you guys let me know if you see any difference in color, contrast. Also see the audio icon, that will show you the audio recording from which device. And as you can see, I'm just walking around, and you guys, this is a sunny area, and you guys let me know what do you feel about the video recording. Is there any difference, meaningful difference in video recording with these two devices? Now recording with the front facing camera, on the left we have the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max and the regular Redmi Note 9 Pro on the right. And you guys let me know if you are noticing any difference. I've kept both of them on the same settings. I noticed slight color difference between the two, but you let me know which one do you think is better for vlogging stuff like this. I'm just going to even move to a sunny area to see how it handles abrupt lighting. This is a very sunny area. I'm just going to move like this. And do you see any significant difference between these two? Again, moving to a shadowed area. So you guys let me know what do you feel. Is there any significant difference in the video recording with the front facing camera? So guys, as you saw with the samples, the camera samples were very close to each other in many of the situations. In fact, even the 48 megapixel actually performed very well. But I feel the image after processing is slightly aggressive on the 48 megapixel. Hence, the colors were a lot more punchier and that saturation was a little bit more. Certainly, Xiaomi can fix that with the software update, but will they do it or not? Because what they have done is they have kept the 64 megapixel camera more closer to what you actually look, that is natural look. That is the biggest difference that I have noticed. Front facing camera also, I didn't find a huge difference. I thought that will be huge, 16 versus 32, but again, as you saw in some of the scenarios, in fact I like the 16 megapixel front facing camera. But what do you feel? Is this a big difference between these two devices in terms of camera? You guys let me know. In fact, in terms of pricing, just because of the cameras, I feel the pricing difference is the base variant of the regular Redmi Note 9 Pro. You can have it for 13,000, whereas if you want to go with the Pro Max, it's about 16,500. And guys, I won't be doing an in-depth review of this Redmi Note 9 Pro Max because it's exactly the same device as the regular Redmi Note 9 Pro, apart from the cameras. But anyways guys, what do you think about the camera differences between these two devices? Is it that significant or not? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.